Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? We're here for a college football playoff quarterfinal collision on EA Sports College Football. It's the Boise State Broncos against the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. We are excited for this quarterfinal game, and Holly Rowe joins us on the sidelines for some of the key storylines.
The most iconic venue in all of college sports, and it never disappoints. The Rose Bowl is rocking right now. This beautiful scenario, this beautiful setting. We cannot wait to have another iconic moment. History continues to get made right here on this field, guys. The Rose Bowl is ready to rock for this huge playoff game. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. The Boise State Broncos offense comes on the field first today. Often the key issue in these games, Joel, is rest versus rust. One side coming off a bye, the other team coming off a victory. We'll see what plays out today.
Well, what's happened so far in these 12-team playoffs is that the team with the bye is 1-7 in this quarterfinal round. Indiana, the only team that was able to get over the hump and actually get a win off of the bye. I think rust has always trumped the rest that you speak of. We'll see if they can get some momentum here early in this game.
Goes out of bounds, but a nice play out across the 35.
Well, we've seen this all year, and leaning on the running back, getting things started on the ground. This is why he's got over 1,000 yards, and today is going to be no different. They've got to establish the run in order to get to the play-action pass later.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. In a big picture sense, this offense representing not just their school or even their conference, but really all group of 6 conferences who've been told, now you're on the fringe of the sport. For them to beat, it's caught. He's got room. Goes out of bounds. He gets inside the 35, though.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
Well, Boise State and elite running backs go hand in hand, Chris. They seem to always have another guy ready to take over, whether it's Ashton Jeanty, Ian Johnson, Jay Ajayi, Doug Martin. They've always got somebody, and you're going to have to deal with them running the football.
He goes out of bounds. They'll spot it at the 10.
Chris, I think the best way to defend these drag routes is getting some contact early in this route. You've got to jam this wide receiver, in particular with his original alignment. If he gets a clean release, you're probably going to get that ball completed as an offense. So jam the wide receiver at the line of scrimmage, play some tight man, and force him to really work for that release.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Stop right there at the line, no gain.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
Looking to pass. It's Madsen. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And he's got it. No problem. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Oregon Ducks offense takes the field for the first time today. Of course, Joel, at this program, expectations are sky high. Last season, good by most team standards, but I think this year it's championship or bust for Dan Lanning's team.
I would totally agree. When you look at his tenure, they have progressed at least one step every single year, from the 10 wins in his first year all the way to the national semifinal a year ago. Can they get all the way to the championship game and finally take some hardware home to Eugene? Only time will tell. Yeah, this is smart. Get this guy going early. He had almost 1,000 yards receiving out on the outside, and the quarterback told us this week he loves throwing the football to him. If they get him established early, I tell you what, they're going to be tough to beat.
He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, we knew this was going to be a key for this defense. They had to impact the quarterback, make him feel you in that pass rush, and they're able to get to him and hit him as he throws. That play right there, that'll pay dividends the rest of the game.
The pass rush closing in. Pass ball is incomplete, but there was heavy contact, and here comes the penalty flag. Defense will have to regroup now after that 15-yard penalty. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Here comes a handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
This is a great example from this defense of how to stop the RPO. One, stay home. Don't give the quarterback a definitive read. That encourages him to just hand off the football. That's kind of his base read. And Chris, once he does so, then you fly to the football. You play with great effort, and you tackle in space, which they're able to do.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Dropping back. It's Moore. It's an out route. The catch made. Brought down short of that first down. It's going to set up a 4th and 4. The Ducks will have to kick it away. Worst part of the game now. Look at a pin him back deep. He gets it away. Directional kick with nice distance. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out?
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The sure hands. It's Bates. And he'll pick up the first down. Stopped at the 27.
This is a great example, Chris, of man-zone principles within the passing game. You run a drag route, normally people think that that just continues to race across the field, but that's not the case against zone, which they're getting here. You find the soft spot and you hook up, give the numbers to your quarterback, and then he's able to frame that ball up for a completion. That is a great job of recognition by the wide receiver and being on the same page with the quarterback.
Boise State is in front, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Handoff from the shotgun. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. The Broncos hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And they hand it off to the back. Brought down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2.
Stopping the run is...
Sorry to interrupt, Joel, but this offense is going to go for it here on 4th down. QB keeper all the way. And he slides down. It's enough for the first down. Solid run. He'll be ruled down, but has enough for a first down with plenty to spare.
The defense has got to start committing more guys to stopping the run, because on these quarterback runs, think about it, Chris, you're adding a hat as the offense, and that's why it's such an advantage. He's obviously...
It's caught, and he's got a lane. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40.
What an advantage for this offense that they have players that they can dump the ball off to on short completions and then they can take it yards after the catch and create explosive plays. And here, again, it's about timing, getting the ball out quickly, and then the playmaking ability of these players on the outside. Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
Running out of time in the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
No. You can't make that throw as a quarterback. The defense is all over that. The eyes are in the backfield. It's zone coverage. They know exactly where he's looking, and he's staring at his intended target the entire time. That throw has got to go in a different direction.
Makes the grab. It's Bates. Look out, he's got space ahead. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone in the first down of the 17. And the Broncos come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Goff. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Running with purpose. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good one.
Touchdown, Boise State. He runs it into the end zone.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. It's a keeper. Picks up the first, looking for more. Goes out of bounds, but a nice play out across the 35.
This is exactly what this defense was so concerned about. In our meetings with this defensive coordinator, he talked about the fact that they've got so many weapons to defend. Guys on the outside, guys in the backfield. But then the real key is at the quarterback. He can become a threat as a runner. And here on a designed run, it's an explosive play for this offense. Just so many threats to try to defend.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. The Ducks looking to use the up-tempo offense here. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break.
Boy, I really love the rhythm that this offensive line is in. Staying out of third down, being able to run the football here. Nice job by the running back and the offensive line, moving the line of scrimmage and moving the chains. This offense is going to continue to build on this success. Now, after running the football on second, you can start to get to the play-action pass. I really love what they're doing here.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds. They move the ball to the 20. A solid start for the Ducks quarterback. And if you think about the quarterback legacy at Oregon, all the great players who played that position for the Ducks, could this guy be the first to deliver a championship, Joel?
From Dan Fouts to Marcus Mariota and even Bo Nix, none of those guys were able to lift that national champion.
Looking for the end zone, has a lane. Touchdown, Oregon, as they get on the board here in this playoff game.
Chris, this is a really good answer from this offense here heading into halftime. They needed to cut this deficit, and they were able to do so. And now this looks like a very different game entering the second half. With this team getting the ball to start the third quarter, now's their opportunity to go out there and really put the pedal to the metal.
Bringing it out, it's Goff. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Broncos offense back on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. So here we go, first play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down of bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
Takes the handoff. It's Riley. Has the first down and more. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
I just love these playoff environments. It's the first half. You get a first down on a run play, and it feels big. Anytime you move the chains, you can stay on the field offensively. You're trying to build momentum, get the ball down for a score.
And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty mark. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Backed up after the intentional grounding. Second down and very long. Back to pass. It's Madsen. And this one is caught. The Ducks will signal for their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime.
Yeah, I love the timing here of this out route. Chris, this ball has got to be thrown before the wide receiver breaks. The quarterback understands that, and that's what he sees. It's also imperative that he knows that he's got off coverage from that corner. That corner needs to have what's called deep responsibility. If he does, it's considered free access, and all you need to do is throw that ball on time, which he does for the completion.
The Broncos hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. He escapes the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Once you're outside of the tackle box, you can live to play another down as a quarterback, and he just throws it away. I like that decision. Didn't feel like there was much open down the field.
Second down after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Goff. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Third down play coming up. They'll try to run for the first down. Inside the 35. They finally stop him. It's a huge gain down to the 23. And now the Broncos will spend the first of their timeouts. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking downfield. It's Madsen. On the move now. Using his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back. The pressure's on. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Rare miss right here from the quarterback, and as a defense, maybe they can build on this. Now it's time to create some pressure and disrupt the timing of the quarterback. I think that's the only way that they're going to have any success stopping him. He's been too good so far today. So it's about disrupting the timing and getting that pass rush going.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Broncos will kick it away to get us going in the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Time to start the second half, but first an update from Holly Rowe on the sidelines. Holly?
I caught up with Coach Dan Lanning at the half. They have found some positives here during this 3-game win streak, but right now, trailing in this game, their backs are against the wall. They get an opportunity here to start the third quarter with some more momentum, and he said, we can't worry about the win streak, we just have to worry about doing our job. Guys, back to you.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. So the completion yields 7 yards. Solid gain to set up 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. He's in the clear. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9. An explosive play for this passing game, and now, Joel, they're suddenly set up in the red zone.
Chris, they've got to capitalize on this drive. Now they've got an opportunity. Got to put this ball in.
Touchdown, Ducks. Powers into the end zone. Huge moment for this offense because, let's face it, points, even yards, have been hard to come by in this game. To punch it in at this moment, huge in a postseason game.
It has certainly been a defensive battle. There's no doubt about it. But as an offense, there's an unlocking moment. You can have a little success and you think to yourself, I got it. I know the structure. I know how to attack this defense. We'll see if they start having more success here moving forward.
Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on 1st down is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on 1st. It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Let them stay in their rush lanes, get a nice stop.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Design quarterback run. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, here's the key on these option plays as a quarterback is that you can't assume that you're always going to pitch the ball. You've got to read the defense and force them to make a decision. Here, there's nobody for the quarterback, and he does a great job of just continuing along that track and getting up the field for a big gain.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Makes the grab. It's Riley. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
It is such an advantage for an offense to have a running back that can get on the outside and catch the football, in particular when a defense wants to run man coverage. You can see this is a mismatch here. He's faster than the linebacker, and he gets the ball and gets a nice gain down the field.
And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down. And they lean on the running back to get the 1st down. He's had a solid game, Joe. To me, even though they're behind on the scoreboard, no reason to panic and get away from the bread and butter.
Chris, I think that's exactly right. You never get bored taking a profit as a play caller. So if they're going to give you that run game, you take it. And then allow it to build to something more successful later. Watch for them to get to some run action pass and maybe play action pass to get it down the field here in the next couple of series.
Here's the 2nd down play. To throw, it's Madsen. That's reeled in. It's Bates. Third and short here in this playoff game. The 8th play of the drive. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. The Ducks just cannot get their defense off the field.
For an offense, it's always important to stay ahead of the chains, and that's how you convert on 3rd down. So a nice pickup there for the offense.
Gets rid of it on the move. Gets made on the out route. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
I'm really impressed with the ability of this offense to play on time. They are executing at a high level. You got an out route here against zone coverage, and it's just about hitting that back step as a quarterback and getting that ball out, and he does a beautiful job there. It's a completion and a nice game.
All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. He's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
Well, That's going to bring up 3rd and goal, and now this offense has a decision to make. Do you stay on the ground or do you try to throw this ball into the end zone? I personally believe you got to understand, do you have 4 downs or not? If you don't, you need to throw the football. If you're willing to go for it on 4th down, this might be a time to try to hit him with another run.
Interesting choice. The field goal would give them the lead, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. As we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. This could be the biggest play so far. 4th and goal, and this offense is down, needs this. As a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Broncos! They jump on top now here in the 4th. Offense will go for 2 here, trying to make the lead 7. Looking to throw. It's Madsen. And it's incomplete. The try fails, and the lead remains 5 points. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. The pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Davison. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain.
I really like the mindset of this quarterback. Take what the defense gives. You don't have to press the ball down the field all the time.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, now it's such a precarious situation for this offense. You just gave up the sack. Now it's 3rd and forever. You got to be worried about this pass rush gaining momentum and getting to the quarterback. There's got to be something safe. You're down in this ball game. You really can't punt it away here in the 4th quarter. Maybe get half of it back, create some sort of a more manageable 4th down scenario.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
A play like that can be so frustrating for a defense because, Chris, it's such a good play by the quarterback. He's able to get what he can get, create a more manageable down and distance, and he gets down and avoids the big hit. As a defense, you would at least love to get a big hit on him outside of the pocket, but they're unable to do so.
And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Offense comes up on 1st down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. They'll hand it off. They make the tackle, but this running back continues to churn out the yards. What a performance in this playoff game.
Chris, I think this is time to be a bit conservative here. You've got the lead, and the last thing you want to do is create a short field for the opposition. So you need to create a 1st down and maybe run some clock out as well. Those are your 2 objectives here. You've got to achieve at least one of them.
Grinding away with their running game. He's past the marker and still going. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game. They continue to lean on the running back. He's had a solid game, and when you're ahead on the scoreboard, Joel, you love to be able to just turn and hand the ball off to a guy like this.
Well, Chris, this is certainly their DNA as a program. You're going to try to ride those body blows that you had early in this game to more sustained success later in the game. Look for them to continue to lean into this run game. And as we've seen in previous weeks, that's when they really start chewing up the yardage.
It's a positive sign for this running back. He hasn't really been able to get loose today, but protecting a lead in a postseason game, if you can lean on a guy like this, you feel great.
And Chris, I didn't think they would be able to build a lead without having success running the football. So the fact that they're in this position is just icing on the cake. Now, if you can get your back going, you can probably close this thing out. He is so good late in the game. These run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage second and third down opportunities.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And now Oregon will spend their second timeout. They've got one more timeout to use now. Biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. On the run, it's Riley. Tackled short of the first down. It's going 4th and 1. Less than a yard to go here on 4th down. The offense is going to go for it. The clock has stopped, and we have just 2 minutes to play in this game now. It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on 4th down. He keeps it on the design run. And there it is, the first down to essentially ice this playoff game, and they'll move on to the semifinals. And what a moment for this quarterback. He does it himself. After everything he's done today and throughout this season, he wins the game with his legs.
Chris, no one else was getting that ball. He's too important, and they understood that they couldn't turn it over. He was going to get that first down, or nobody was. And now this game is over, and they're moving on. I got to tell you, this guy's so impressive. When we meet with him the entire week, he was confident, and now you can see why.
This team just continues to impress. Back-to-back playoff wins. And now, Joe, I think you can throw the seedings out. They're in to the semifinals. They look as good as anybody at this point.
I couldn't agree more. They look better than anybody at this point. They've played well at the line of scrimmage. Their quarterback is playing very well. And I don't want to play this team right now. There seems to be a level of urgency and focus that is very uncommon. And this is a group that clearly understands their objective. They're aiming for a national title.
And that's going to do it for our coverage. The loser begins pointing towards next season, while the winner takes a big step closer to a national championship. For Joel Pratt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.